Hey guys, welcome to TeamCodingPlaza. Today we are going to looking into PLSQL placeholders. Placeholder means nothing but the types whatever supported to PLSQL. Okay. So the interview questions also will be covered that in this video. Okay. So the question will be raised that how many types will be supported to PLSQL? What are the types will be available, right? So there will be different categories will be there, that numerical types, character types, and other scalar types. Yeah, numerical type means what? Number, PLS integer, and many derivative types like positive, negative, that precision and scalar, different types will be there in number, that the do depth will go. Okay. So then after character types, here char, varchar, nchar, so different types will be there, and other scalar types like booleans, states, row IDs, different scalar types will. Okay. These were the basic things you have to explain. And then after there are major types will be there, that's scalar types. Okay. So coming to scalar types, variables and constants will be common. We know that we have seen in previous video that blocks. So variable means nothing but you have to define a variable type and variable name. That's it. Then after constant variables, which is having constant values. Okay. Then after composite or vector types. So composite or vector type means nothing but record. Okay, used to reading the rows from a table. Okay. So, as I told you, you have to read the table data in the PLSQL, and you have to do operation on that, whatever the received data from the table data, whatever the rows you got, you have to use the record. So, what is the purpose of record? Means nothing but you have to collect, means the 100 rows are there from the table in the columns. So, that 100 columns we don't need, right? So, we need some 10-15 columns only. For that time, you have to create a record. Okay. Under record, you have to collect that. You have to utilize that. Okay, that's what the purpose of the main purpose of the record. The 15 only can able to process, 15 data only can collect. If you are collecting 100 columns data, it will be very hectic and it will be take a lot of effort, and it will be pressurize the PLSQL engine to perform that. If then performance issues, a lot of things will come. Yes. This is what the composite and vector types. Then after collection con. Okay. Here also like Java collections will be there. Okay. So there are different types, that associate arrays like dictionaries, and a variable sized array, VArrays. VArray will call that called variable sized array. Okay, fixed sizes. Some arrays should be fixed size only will be there. So that is as per requirement you will be use that. Nested tables, dynamic size tables will be there. So that will go. Yes. So first of all, scalar types. So in previous slides we have seen the scalar types. Scalar types is variables and constants. See, down on code I have written. To declare begin end, as I explained in a structure, you if you're not seen that video and my previous video, you can see that. Okay. So declare and begin end. So this is a common structure for the anonymous block. Okay. Here in declaration section, what I told you, you have to define the variable. Okay, you have to define the variables. You can able to initialize the variables also. So what I did, LX number data type, and I have defined. Okay. So here how to allocate the value to the variable also, there will be different, not equal to, no, colon and equal to is the sign. We have to use the allocate the value to the variable. Okay. Like here I have written this. So like this, scalar types and constant types, you have to use the constant keyword. Okay, there will be question that how you will be define a constant value in the PLSQL. So you have to use the constant keyword. That's it. Okay. So then after we'll go to scalar type is completed. Then single or composite vector type. So record, as I told you, record is there. See. So here sometime they are taking is record of minute and hours. To assume these are two columns are there, minutes and hours columns are there. So you are collecting that and you are storing into a record. Record means nothing but it is acting like a row. Okay. In that row, two columns are there. So like that we can able to define this. And then after PLSQL placeholders collections. Okay. So associative array. So associative array is called table of. We'll use the keyword like table of. Okay. Here types, one concept is there. In types, different types will come, table of, record of, and the objects will become. It's coming to going on deeply into collection concepts. A lot of things will come. Okay. So this is overview. Okay. Like this, you can able to define the associative arrays like type and t population. We are going to calculate the population. No, is table of number indexed by varchar 2. 64 size we have defined. Okay. So we are indexing by varchar. So here we have to define the index to, if you are not defining also no issues, but better to define index for the table, whatever the virtual table is called a virtual table, we'll call that. So for this virtual table, defining an index is very must and sure, and it is very good practice also. Okay. Then after we are defining the t population to a temporary variable, that variable we have to do means we have to define the values and we have to store it and we have to utilize that. So in real time I'll explain you future videos. And then after variable size arrays, VArrays. Okay. the V array is called that is like a constant array. Like Java arrays will be there, no arrays and array list is there. That's what are different. And coming to nested table, there will be like array list. This will be like array. Okay. So here on size I have defined 4. Okay. So every time we have to extend this array, we have to allocate the value and we have to utilize the whatever the value we have defined to the V array. Some scenarios will come that we require a constant type. So at that situation we can use this. Then nested tables. Nested tables is nothing but, so as I shown you earlier, see that is table of this different types will be there. So the utilization only will be differ, but name is different. Okay, nested table means nothing but here I have defined a type called visual table name T roster. Okay, so the T roster I am allocating the values. Okay, so then T roster I am going to loop and I am going to show you. So in the table, I'm there itself, I'm allocating the values and I'm storing. I'm looping that values. It's called nested tables. So virtual table automatically, okay, without taking data from external, and we can able to insert the data in the definition time itself. We can able to loop that. We can able to utilize that. You can able to insert into that also. No problem. So for today, this is what the video, guys. If any doubts, if any more clarifications required, because the video is going to lengthier, that's why I have covered very short time. When I am going to explain the real time scenarios, then I will explain very briefly. Okay, please follow, do subscribe. Yeah. Thank you. Bye.